Hey everyone, welcome to the channel Infinity Math. Think you have got what it takes to solve one of the toughest AMC problems ever? In 2018, this question stumped thousands of mathletes across the country. This problem isn't just about numbers, it's about strategy, logic, and some creative thinking. Stick around, let's break it down step by step. The question here is how many perfect cubes lie between 2 power 8 plus 1 and then 2 power 18 plus 1 inclusive. We need to find number of perfect cubes they lie between these two numbers including them. And you see the options given are option A 4, option B 9, option C 10, option D 57, option E 58. Now let's calculate the answer to this question. So to calculate the answer, the first thing we're going to do is we find what is the value of 2 power 8 plus 1. So let's calculate what is 2 power 8 plus 1 value. You know 2 squared is 4, 2 power 3 is 8, and 2 power 4 is 16. Same way, what is 2 power 8? So 2 is raised to the power 8, that's going to be 256. And now we are adding 1 to this. So 256 plus 1, that becomes 257. So the value of 2 power 8 plus 1 is 257. Now let's see what is the least perfect cube after this number. Because this number is not a perfect cube, right? 257 is not a perfect cube. So what is the next perfect cube after this? Let's see that. Let's see what is 6 cube. Let's calculate this. 6 cube is 6 times 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. 36 times 6, that's going to be 216. Now you see this number is smaller than 257, so this number cannot be the perfect cube after 257. So we don't choose this number. Now let's look at the next perfect cube, which is 7 cube. So 7 cube is 7 times 7 times 7. 7 times 7 is 49. 49 times 7, that's going to be 343. We can see that this number is a perfect cube, and this number can be the least perfect cube, after 257. Right? So we got the least perfect cube between the two given numbers. Now we need to find what is the greatest perfect cube between these two numbers. To find that, let's calculate the value of the other number. So let's see. Now we got this, so we need to find out what is the value of the other number. So we got the other answer as 7 cube, right? So we got 7 cube, which is like 343, and we said this is the least perfect cube. And now we are finding what is the value of 2 power 8 plus 1. So to calculate that, let's first try to calculate what is the value for 2 to the power 18. To calculate this, you can see that this is too large to calculate, as 2 is raised to 18, so that's large to calculate. Let's make it simple. So let's try to write this as 2 power 18 can be write as 2 to the power 6 whole to the power 3. You know that a to the power m whole to the power n you can write as a to the power mn, right? So 2 power 6 whole to the power 3, that becomes 2 power 18. And now let's calculate 2 to the power 6. So 2 is raised to the power 6. So 2 power 6, that's going to be 64. So you get this as 64, and this is raised to the power 3, so 64 cube. Now can we say that 64 cube is the largest cube less than 2 power 18 plus 1, because the number is 2 power 18 plus 1? Can we say that 64 would be the largest cube less than this number? So we got the smallest perfect cube, which is 343, and we also got the longest, or I can say the largest perfect cube, which is 64 cube. Now we need to find how many perfect cubes are between these two numbers. So how many are between 7 cube and 64 cube? We got the least, right? So we got the least one, and we also got the largest one. Now the question is, find out how many perfect cubes in between them. To find that, we know like we should start from 7 cube, 8 cube and so on. So you need to calculate, you need to see that 7 cube is the least one, and the next one would be 8 cube, the next is 9 cube, and so on. The last one would be 64 cube, right? That's the largest cube. And now to count how many numbers or how many perfect cubes, we have to write all these numbers and then count them. So to count this, let's do the easiest way. So what we do is, let's look at the largest perfect cube. So 64 cube, right? So you take that 64 minus, what is the least one? That's going to be 7. So 64 minus 7, and then you add 1. So 64 minus 7 plus 1, that gives you 58. So we can say that there are 58 perfect cubes between these two numbers. So when we count 7 cube, 8 cube, 9 cube, 10 cube and so on till 64 cube, all these numbers are how many? So they are 58. So the easiest way of doing is 64 minus 7 plus 1. So that's the easiest way of doing calculating number of perfect squares. So what is the answer to this question? So it's 58. So there are 58 perfect cubes that lie between 2 power 8 plus 1 and 2 power 18 plus 1 inclusive. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out more amazing math videos.